my head start was kind of when we reopened after COVID to relaunch it as a fine dining pub. My mentality was, if it goes wrong, then it goes wrong. Best thing I've ever done. So yeah, for me, I've always wanted to be a chef since I was as little as I can remember. I was really lucky to be brought up round it as well, so I was always in and out of the kitchens. After I kind of did college and whatnot, I was involved with Skills for Chefs in Sheffield. Moved to London, worked in a couple of Michelin star restaurants, 2 Michelin star restaurants for quite a long time. And then it was really difficult because I got cystic fibrosis, so I was like in and out of hospital all the time, nothing to come back and forth. And then I decided, after I'd done 5-6 years, I kind of wanted to work for myself. Had a look around, moved back home, and then realised like rather than Sheffield, there's not really any opportunities that was right. And then found this Bull's Head was empty. Took a lease on it, and 8 years later, still here. And when we first opened, we kind of run it as like a gastro pub, so we was doing my fish and chips, burgers, whatnot. As time progressed, I realised like how much I dislike probably doing that kind of food, and it's not really what I wanted to do. COVID was a massive like reset opportunity. Kind of realised, having that time off in COVID, how much I wasn't happy in the kitchen doing the kind of stuff we were doing. My head start was kind of when we reopened after COVID to relaunch it as a fine dining pub and restaurant, exactly what I wanted. I was like, best thing I've ever done. Best thing ever done. So much happier in the kitchen doing the food I want to do. So far as the menu is always kind of being traditional British, French influenced food, which is kind of my background in restaurants I've kind of worked in. We're very lucky here in Holymoorside that we're surrounded by so much good woods and foraging spots. We don't say have a menu that changes every 2 months. It changes daily sometimes too. For me, it's what's the best, what's in season, and that's all we kind of use, and we're really lucky on. There's so much good stuff on our doorstep. We're always working with local farms and local producers, and that to me is the key to this. We're a pub and restaurant in the middle of Peak District. We want to be using local produce. There's plenty of cows around the road. They're fantastic, and for me, everybody's trying to be sustainable and local. Why are we putting a cow on a boat and sending it across from Japan or on a plane and supporting the jobs and money over there when there's a farm at the top of the road that's skint and we can spend money with those? Yeah, I think for us, having rooms has really helped. Great British Menu, massive profile. There's loads of people that live in Chesterfield that are begging for something to eat. We didn't know he was here, we just didn't know about it. Well done, that's gave us national recognition as well as local recognition. And then we just built on that. But we're also very fortunate, I think, that we're getting international tourism. We've had 4 or 5 people come from Australia this year as well and stay in the rooms. We had somebody drive over from Ireland for something to eat and then they drove back, which I find mental. Us particularly local, you take how nice it is for granted around there. You probably don't appreciate how nice it is. I think if you step out of it and imagine it as an outsider, you probably we don't appreciate how beautiful it is around there. It is a nice area. We've got a really good core team, the chefs are great. Nobody's really interested in kind of sitting where we are. Everybody's really trying to push forward. Everything, every day we do something like, can we make that better? How can we make that better? We're doing stuff that people are familiar with, but also very different tweak and a different take and stuff. So right, I think the drinks and the services have got to match the food. It's important that it's all in one level. You don't want amazing food and rubbish service, you want it all. Well, for me, everything's got to be perfect. It's not perfect, don't know. Simple as that. With anything. If it's perfect, so just don't do it at all.